welcome to Words of Wisdom, the YouTube channel that explores the poems from my poetry book, Words of Wisdom for the Modern Age. And today we're going to see what poems want to come in and want to be explored. I've already called in my guides who are waiting patiently to help us to get some deeper meanings on this. Okay, so let's see which poems want to be read. Okay, so we're going to read the poem called Go With the Flow. And I think there could be a very useful meaning on this one. Go with the flow, the seeds you can sow, the flowers will grow, the rainbow bubbles you can blow, no more to and fro. Your breath you can slow, the rainbow you can show, lots of up and no more low when you go with the flow. Okay, so it's quite a short poem, but I think you will see that there is a deeper meaning to the poetry, and it surprises even me when we explore a little bit deeper into some of the meanings. So let's see. Go with the flow. So go with the flow to me is all about riding the wave. There's an up, there's a down, there's an in, there's an out, there's a to, there's a fro. And life is a lot like that. It's peaks and troughs all the time, isn't it? You have really happy times, you have really sad times, or something in between. And I think the poem is saying that we need to learn to ride the ups and the downs, learn from the ups and the downs, see what lesson is there. But let's do a card reading and see whether we can get any deeper meaning, see whether any help from spirit wants to come in and share with us. So we're going to use Oracle of the Pagan Spirit by the lovely Edwin Courtney and Andrew Hearn, who is a personal teacher and guide of mine. So let's see whether we get any insights from these cards. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we have Lilith. Now Lilith was, if you do a bit of research into Lilith, she was the original Eve in the Garden of Eden. But she comes through as a feminine archetype, a feminine priestess, a feminine power we go back to the poem. Why have we got Lilith come through? Why have we got Lilith come through? Oh, there's a bit here. The seeds you can sow, the flowers will grow. So she's taking us back to the Garden of Eden, to the Paradise Garden, to the times where we can look at beauty. And sometimes in order to get to that place, we need to be our own warrior goddess or god. And we need to bring back the feminine power, the feminine archetype. And Lilith is a very, very good representation of this. But let's just have a look if we can see what the book has to say about Lilith. Okay. So it says Lilith can be called upon to protect us from those demons of the night by literally keeping the shadow side in order, and therefore might have come to you now to assist you in work that you may be asked to do concerning release. So my feeling on this is she's helping you with the shadow side. She's helping you to go with the flow, helping you when you're in your darker moments, helping to release and work with the shadow. Lots of shadow work, lots of ego work, helping us to come back to our heart. So she's helping us to come back to our heart. Okay, so let's have a look at Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle cards. These are my favourite cards. I just love the colours. Okay. So on this one, this is almost the same as Lilith, really. It's Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? How are you shining your light? When things are going with the flow, you are just you. You are embodying you. You are being you. And you're being the highest version of you. You are not being anybody else. You're not people pleasing. You are just being you. When you go with the flow, that is when magic happens. When you can be the priestess, when you can show your light, when you can embody your light, when you can embody who you were born to be. And that's what the poem's really saying. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go with the flow, go with the flow of energy. Just dance with it. Dance with it. Yes, you'll have your high and yes, you'll have your low. But if you can dance with that energy, learn the lessons, get the gift from the lessons, down. It's like the waves, isn't it, of the sea. They go in, they come out, they go in, come out, they go up, they go down. Some days it's stormy, so stormy seas. It's like that's what's happening to us at the moment. There's lots of up, there's lots of down. And that's what life is all about, isn't it? It's about learning the lessons. It's like we're in a great big school. We're learning the lessons. And if we can shine our light, if we can be the best version of who we are, we can go with the flow. Because things that come in won't impact us as much. Because we are being who we were born to be. And the more we embody who we are born to be, the more spiritual help we will get as well. The more serendipity will happen. The more you will be in your own frequency. The more you will go with the flow. Things will just be easy if you go with the flow. I remember once doing making some sprays for an event, and for some reason I was drawn to put in a particular flower essence in, which I wouldn't normally put in this particular spray. Well, I went along to this event, and it just so happened that that particular flower essence I used was the person who bought that spray favourite flower. Now that was me going with the flow. It's about trusting your instinct as well. Go with the flow, trust your instinct. What is your higher self telling you to do? If you can trust that little voice in your head that's saying, take this, even if your logical brain is saying, well, take this, why would I need to take that? That doesn't make sense. There's no way today that I will need that particular thing. But if you trust that inner guidance and you do that, you will find that during that day you will need that particular thing, and you'll be glad you did. Okay, so if it's guidance coming from your heart, trust it. Your heart knows best. And I watched something really interesting about the heart, and it was saying that the heart has its own consciousness. And I found that really interesting, very, it certainly resonated with me. And that's why, you know, we say follow your heart. If it's got its own consciousness even, that makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, so I will put all the bits and bobs in the description below, and I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Do like and subscribe, because the more people that I can share my poetry with, the more people I can help. And I always say to my clients, actually, and I know a lot of you will be listening to this, I come always from a place of helping someone. And the reason I wrote the book actually was from a place of wanting to share my truths, wanting to share my insights, wanting to share my spiritual wisdom with the external community. And this has not been an easy journey for me at all, because I started off not being able to speak properly. So for me to, it's almost gone full circle. We've gone from not being able to speak to sharing my voice with the world. And this is why I want as many people to watch this video. So if you liked it and you want to like and subscribe and share, that would be so lovely, as I want to try and reach as many people as possible, because this is my calling. This is what I was born to do. I was born to help people. I was born to incarnate in this time to help people in ways that I used to in previous lives. I've had a lot of previous lives where I was a healer, which is the other thing that I do, as many of my clients who are watching this one know. So yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'm going to leave it there today. Okay, and I will be back very soon. So from my heart to your heart, Namaste.